Other popular weights can be made at home too. These advanced sinkers require extra inserts that have to be placed inside the mold before pouring the lead. But with the right mold and inserts, you can quickly pour a year's supply of weights ranging from inline trolling sinkers with molded-in swivels to popular drop-shot weights. Bell sinkers molded with barrel swivels or brass wire eyes are easy to make too. Do It even offers molds to make 12-pound downrigger balls. Let's join In-Fisherman editor Jeff Simpson as he demonstrates how to pour advanced sinkers.
Let's make some weights that require a pull pin. Pull pins create a hole in the center of the weight, like an egg or a no-roll sinker. Simply set the pin inside the mold, pour the lead, and pull the pin. Here, let me show you. Now, with this, again, we're going to pour the egg sinker first. Basically, crack open your mold. And however you get the pull pin in here, I like to just have it cracked open, eyeball it right here, close the mold. Make sure your mold's closed. Now it's just a simple matter of pouring the lead. Watch for the sprue to come up. There, stop. Pour the next one. Now these are 3-ounce sinkers. So this is taking quite a bit of lead. And as you pour, this mold's going to get heavier. So make sure you have a good firm grip on the mold. Watch that. Just dries there. Now give this a quarter turn. Pull the pin. It's that easy. 3 molds down. Now that pin came out there pretty smooth. One of the reasons is I pulled it before the lead could set up around it. Another one is I have a rag here that I've lubricated with either oil. You can also use like a baking spray that you'd use for like making muffins and whatnot. But just give that a quick rub down, and boy, that'll really save you. Again, slide this pin in here, close her up, make sure the mold's closed, and pour away. You'll get a little smoke off of there, but it's nothing to be concerned about. It's just the lubrication, the lead hitting the lubrication. So, yeah, done. We're going to pull the pin. It's that quick. Quick and easy. So next, let's make a no-roll sinker. Now, In-Fisherman staff members have been using this sinker. It's a great sinker. It's basically a flat egg sinker. And you can't buy these in the store. You have to get it through Do It Molds. It's one of our favorite. Again, it has a pull pin. It's just a different pin. Here's the egg sinker pin, and here's the no-roll pin. Just a different way to get a hole in the center of your weight. Again, lay all the pins in there. We're going to pour 4 weights, close the mold, get a firm grip, and pour your lead. Now I'm using this bottom pour melter, which is the way to go. I mean, I pour a lot of lead weights, but hey, you can just use a ladle and a pot. What you need to do again is you need something to melt the lead, and then the ladle will allow you to pour the lead in the mold. It's not anything complicated. Now those are set up. Bam. 4 perfectly poured no rolls. It's pretty slick. Again, pull those out of there. With this, now this is still pretty hot, but you can handle it. Turn the pin, loosen it up. And again, we've lubricated these down so they just pull out of there slicker than a whistle. That's all there is to it. Okay, let's make some bouncers. I'm going to make some 2-ounce bouncers today. I can actually pour all the way down to a 1/2 ounce or up to a 2 ounce. And again, with making bottom bouncers, it requires an insert. Now, Do It Molds makes these preformed. You can make your own, but they sell these. They're fairly affordable, and it's a straight wire shaft, and we're going to mold the lead right on this shaft. Now, what I like to do is to put a little bend in there. I put a little bend in that wire shaft, which does 2 things. It keeps the weight on the wire, and it also, when I put the wire in the mold, it'll keep the wire positioned exactly where I want it in the mold. And that's fairly easy to do. You take a pliers and grab it, keep this arm straight, bend it down slightly once, and then what you want to do is move the pliers forward and bend the wire straight again. And what I usually do when I'm pouring a bunch of bouncers, I'll go through and do this before I start pouring, so I got a bunch ready to go. So it's fairly easy. Now you'll notice that I moved my bottom pour melter. I'm using the ladle on an open flame, and I have lead molted in here. Now you also notice I'll have the ladle on the pot here, and that'll keep the ladle warm. You don't ever want to mix cooling and warm. You want the ladle warm along with the lead, so when I put the ladle in there, the ladle doesn't cool down the lead. Everything's the same temperature, or very similar temperature, so it'll make it easy to pour. So let's pour one here. Again, put this wire form in here and close. And that's the right sound. That's the sound you want to hear. Now you'll notice again, there's that bend, okay? And I want a little extra wire on the bottom, so I'm going to pull those down. And it's a matter, I'm sure you put your gloves on. So we're dealing with this hot lead. You don't want to burn your hands. So just get a good grip on your mold, and you'll notice this has a double spout on it. Dip in. A good rule of practice is to dip in one way and pour the other. Okay, we're dipping into the lead, which again, this is going to be heavy when you lift it up, and pour out the other side. Again, just fill it up. There's the sprue coming up. The excess, pour the excess lead back in there. And be careful when you're working with this. You don't want to obviously tip your pot over. That should be good to go. One down in the lake I'm fishing, about 30 to go.